potentially this is working. Bear with us if you happen to be witnessing this event.
Oopsies. Just pretend
It's like some sort of Star Trek. Synchronize the chronotrons. Oh no, the warp drive is out of alignment. Yeah, like they would say some crazy wacky stuff. We're just trying to coordinate with all the thing. Unfortunately, the way the phone is set up to do a YouTube Live, you actually have to select the orientation of the video you want to do when you schedule it, not when you're doing it. And she goes, hey, we forgot to do the thing, and I was working, and I'm like, yeah, I got it. So I go and I try to set the things and the stuff and this and that. Well, I forgot to go into the sub menu and select change to horizontal. That's it. You're not allowed to change it again. Like, it's just set forever.
Okay. We're working. Okay. Everything's great.
Everything's great.
Everything's great. Except we're so blurry. Why are we so blurry?
Oh.
Are we that blurry to everyone? Hang on. Oh, I'm sorry for this.
You can't hear it.
We're a mess. That's not any better.
Why are we blurry?
I don't know why we're so blurry. I'm sorry.
And there's a massive delay.
There's always a delay. Let me know if we're really as blurry as we are.
Like, my hair looks terrible. It's so blurry.
Well, I mean, I don't. It might actually be helping.
Let me check the old. See anything on that?
No, it's. Oh, that's a look.
Hey.
Yeah, we are blurry. I don't know why we're so blurry. Oh boy. There's not much I can do about that.
Potentially, my phone has gone kaput.
That would sure suck.
The best I can do.
Why would you make it closer and blurrier?
Maybe we're less blurry.
Closer?
Oh, well, that's neat.
No, that's not less blurry.
It is not less blurry.
None of our videos have been blurry lately either. So I don't know what to say. We're just gonna have to go with that, I think.
Apologies, we're not this fuzzy in real life. No. Cut it, woman. Look, the phone is 8 years old on its last legs. It's got lines through the screen of colors. I guess now the camera's going. Joy. I don't have any other answer for that. That's all right.
You don't need to see us. You've seen us. It's okay.
Hopefully we sound okay.
Oh, let me see if we sound good. We keep talking.
All right. She's going to do a quick sound check.
There we go.
To make sure that we don't sound like we look.
We sound fine.
We sound fine. That's great.
That's great. Just don't look at us.
Great.
Don't look at us.
It's like the people who wear all the makeup with the 9 layers of foundation and thing, and they just sort of look fuzzy from a distance, and you're like, wow.
It's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, everybody.
Hi. Thanks for coming. It has been some interesting times. As always, from whoever is watching the stream, sound off where you are, where you're from, where you are. I get a kick out of it, of seeing people from all over the world watch us. It's not like this is a lucrative event for the YouTube adventure. Yep. Let's see. Things going on.
I think we should talk about our Thursday.
Thursday
seemed like a perfectly fine day.
Yeah, and then we had a funnel gunnel, whirly burly, a cyclone bomb. I don't know.
I mean, the weather here
Microburst might be a
the weather
technical
here,
term.
as we say all the time, is relatively mild, calm, reasonable.
We are in the mountains, so I remember in Colorado, like there's normal weather, then there's the you're next to the mountains weather, and stuff gets squirrely.
But honestly, normally we don't have anything crazy. We'll have a lot of rain. We'll have.
You're like, oh, it's wet.
And sometimes it's a lot. It's fine. But in this case, we were actually going up to the house site to work.
Everything here is basically mild, and nothing will kill you, including the weather. Unlike some other places where it definitely will kill you. And it was a hot day, and then it was a little cloudy.
Well, so we were going up to the house site to work, and luckily you were home because this would have sucked.
Oh yeah,
substantially more.
I even left the container open. I'm like,
and here's the funny thing: we went up, and there were some clouds, and I was like, maybe we should close the container because if it rains in the container, and we don't like that. So I'm like, well, it'll probably be okay. So we go up, and I move the goats up there, and as I'm doing that, I'm like, oh, it's starting to rain. Oh, we should go close the container. So you run down to close the container.
I didn't make it halfway down the steps.
And it's starting to rain.
Like rain.
And we have we have small, we call them the squirrels. I don't know why. The baby goats. And if it rains heavily, we usually go stick umbrellas out for them. So I'm like, oh, we have to go get umbrellas. So I go to get one umbrella, and I go out, and about the time I get it staked in, I try to get it staked in.
It's like the story of the big bad wolf, and he will huff, and he will puff, and he will blow your shit down.
Yeah.
And I was like,
and the umbrella just,
I looked out, and she just like, ah! And it just went down, and everything is going sideways.
And the funny thing is, because I couldn't see it coming, I still think it's only just raining, and I didn't know that the noise was not rain and it was wind. And I'm just blissfully like unaware
rain like
under the umbrella. And I'm just under the umbrella. I can't see. And as soon as the umbrella smacks open, breaks on my finger, I realize that the world is going sideways.
Yeah. I missed the best part of it. And then I got a bit later, like, it was just dumping rain. Like, dumping rain. And I'm watching our new roof, and the rain is exiting sideways, not down.
And we lost like a top of a tree, just crushed. I actually saw that come down.
That's good. Good sized tree.
It was chaos. It was very short lived, but it was
very trees,
intense wind.
Trees everywhere that went down.
Now, our biggest fault, weak point, disaster, failure is over our tents with plastic. Because, tents have rain flies. That is not for real rain. If you've ever camped with a cheap rain fly, it's not for rain. It's for sprinklers.
And only when the tent's new.
Or tents are not new.
So, pro tip: if you ever have to live in a tent,
don't do it for very long.
Right. Well, get a big piece of plastic that keeps the rain 100% off, and that means extending it over past the edges of the tent with some sort of structure. 2, don't let the sun hit the tent.
No, that has.
It'll make it a long way. The zippers will go first, but the sun will do their shreds right now.
It's rough. The wind did not help. There were new shreds, but we have plastic, like black plastic sheets over our tents because rain. And it's not just wind. And if they come off in wind, like, oh crap, we have to replace them. They come off in wind and rain. And you're like, no. Because our mattresses will get soaked. Everything will get soaked. So we run down and just hold the plastic.
Her rain boots, like, filled up with water. She's just standing there.
I was standing outside, like just in the rain. And I couldn't see anything. And I was standing there with my eyes closed, holding
I had a different corner with some string
together. And it's just my rain boots had like inches of water in them. That's not the way they're supposed to work. So we're still recovering.
We're recovering from that. That was a lot of fun.
Was it? I hurt my back somewhere in the process.
I think it was the umbrella.
It might have been the umbrella. I don't know.
Did we have an agenda for today? We have like questions. We had like a list of things we were going to cover. We said we were going to cover some stuff.
You don't like plans? There's no plan?
No, it's I like you to have plans.
There are a few questions.
Okay. I like questions.
We'll get to those. Cuenca got hail today. I guess you are hiring Cuenca.
Hey.
I don't like hail.
Yeah. But what happened to us, and then it funneled down the valley. It blew the grass to the ground like a river.
You can see where it hit different sides of the
It like
valley.
bounced off the valleys and then took out a giant tree and took out the big high tension power lines, which, as I tried to like leave the next day,
No.
nope. And then here's the funny thing. So I look and I trace the line. I'm like, oh, that's the top line from the pole. It's not after the transformer where it's low voltage. And I'm trying to count the insulators. I'm like, it could be anywhere between like 3 and 12,000 volts, depending on how they configured it. I don't know if it's live or not. I don't have a tester for that kind of voltage. So all these things calls. You can't call the power company to a failure if you don't have an account number. Like, I don't use your power. It's an automated thing. Enter your account number. Enter your account number. Enter your account number now for problems that like. So I had people trying to help me, and they're like, "We can't get through this stupid like AI text message tree. There is no like emergency like human you can get a hold of." And I'm like, "I don't have an account number." And they're like, "What's the pole number?" I'm like, "It's on the other side of the downed wire," and I don't really want to cross it. Because it's exactly that weird height of like, I could sort of duck under it, but I definitely can't jump over it. But if I don't duck under it far enough and it is a high voltage line,
yeah.
No. Anyways, the guys roll up. 5 dudes in a truck finally show up, like way later than they said they would be. And the guy walks over and he goes, oh, like doing it quick
is gonna
make a difference if it's 12,000 volt line. How many nanoseconds is that hand there, dude? Anyway, I'm like, yeah. And nobody else said anything. I'm like, that's normal?
That's what you
test
do?
lines? How many guys do you go through? Do they have red shirts like Star Trek? You're like, oh, another one down. It's okay, he's a red shirt.
They're lucky it wasn't.
There we go. Star Trek reference number 2. I don't know why.
I don't know why either.
Yeah.
Well, that's
okay. That was Thursday. Yeah.
Well, I mean, a safe fix. We're still putting new plastic back up.
We're putting plastic back up. There's still trees laying down everywhere. New roof. We did a video on it. Will the roof blow off? And the kid and I there was a real question. He said, well, will the roof blow off? And I'm like, I don't know.
There's a whole video about it.
Let's put some numbers to it based on a child's question. I was just sort of going by seat of the pants. It seems okay. And then we ran the numbers and the thing and like the strength of fasteners and stuff and how many, and we did like wind loading, and we came back to, no, like it will take like, I don't remember what like an 80 mile an hour wind or something. I'm like solid. We had at least 50.
I don't know.
When that gust hit, man,
it was a lot.
It was a lot. The roof did not in any way
honestly
fail. We
had very little issues.
Yeah.
I mean, except for the plastic. We knew the plastic would come off.
We had some water come through the roof because the seams on the roof are, like rails, and it blew sideways, which meant it like walked up and under and over rather than like drain down the channels.
But given that is the most extreme weather I think we've had,
yeah,
we had very little damage. Luckily, we had just taken out a couple really big questionable trees.
Yeah,
because that could have.
Oh no,
it's fine. At least I think it's fine.
Okay.
It just buffers sometimes on my computer.
Okay.
Have you been getting a lot of rain, storms lately? Besides that, no, honestly. We had a rainstorm the night before, but it was just like a rainstorm. Like it was rain came down.
Yeah.
That was it.
We actually had a streak of summer weather.
Yeah.
Which we had a very truncated summer, and we were salty about that. And we're like, that's just it? It's just going to like rain forever now? And then all of a sudden, like, it just didn't. And then it didn't again, and then it didn't again. And we're like, wow, it's really hot and dry. Is summer back?
We had a crazy storm, and then it really has been fine since then.
So it like you lean into like the La Nina, and it's the 3rd year, but it's really weak, and it's already fading out by like the end of this month, and then something, and then it should flip the other way, and we should have like really hot, dry years.
Who knows?
Or the weather patterns are all changing, and you don't know.
But we've had really nice weather lately.
Yeah.
Which has been awesome.
It's been awesome.
Yeah.
I've been stuck inside of a building for some of those days, doing silly things.
I'm gonna find questions. You talk.
Oh yeah. Let's see what else we have going
I
on.
don't have any questions.
Oh,
I will say, oh, I can't do two things at once today. Nope. I will talk or I will do that. No, go ahead. Sorry. I can't. I'm too tired.
yeah. So I had some work last week that was good. I built a wall out of some steel tubing inside of an office so they could expand some office space and like repartition. I made a sliding door. Like it was all kind of fun, I guess. But it was on all the nicest days. So that was a bummer. When it could have been really great to have rainy days to do that on. It's not the way it worked out. And I asked like this week, like, hey, is there any more of this? And like, nope. Oh, poo. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just sort of whenever there is work.
It's so I got a week's worth, and then this week so far looks like 0.
Until you wake up in the morning and there is. That's how that works.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we get your take on Operation Total Extermination? I had to look up what Operation Total Extermination was. I didn't know that was a phrase. That's Naboa's. I feel like I should actually.
It's like something somebody else would like name a thing.
Operation Total Extermination.
Wow. I mean, we did that to some termites. And like the 12-year-old might have named it that because we were using a giant freaking flamethrower to like remove a termite nest.
It's the military and law enforcement initiative led by Naboa aimed at dismantling transnational criminal organizations in Ecuador, especially near the Colombian border.
Okay,
yeah.
I don't know that I can talk to that specific like instance things or what's part of that, but I can talk in general about what we've seen.
Well, can I say my take on it? It's just my take on it, my opinion on it. It's a great thing.
Yeah.
We should not have cartels.
Yeah.
Like they're not good for the country. They're not good for the people.
They're like a cancer, a wart, or a thing, and you let them grow, and all of a sudden they're harder to remove. You get them early, or you have bigger problems and you deal with bigger issues later. We have seen a huge amount of success and work of him digging in and pulling out and putting heads of these cartels in jail, actually putting people in jail, actually getting extradition orders from other countries, actually like working and setting up like new treaty things with other countries that weren't there before to get a certain person who's the head, of a cartel who fled to that country. So they made a new agreement. All of a sudden, pulling these people out, things, these working the intelligence angles. We're watching. I can't even count how many like heads of gangs, cartels, things, and then how they all link and interact. Now, we of course aren't privy to the high level information of all that, but it rails right up through the government, previous administrations. Like there's a lot going on. He's really digging through and trying to get them out. We've also seen some interesting workarounds because of, and he tried to have the constitutional amendment made so that they could remove judges because there's corrupt judges, and if you have a corrupt judge,
the whole system is just
like that's it. You put them like the police do their job, and the prosecutors and everything does their job,
and they just get let out, and you're like, well, that's not solving the problem at all.
You have to reform the entire system, and the bill came back. No, people were sort of afraid of like a constitutional amendment.
It was actually rewriting the entire Constitution.
Rewriting the whole Constitution.
Which, okay, it's fair. It's a pretty big deal.
That's a big deal.
That's fine. And he said, okay.
Like you're trading a pretty good thing for an unknown thing. I'm going to go with, okay.
That's fair.
It's fair. So they've had some workarounds where they've managed to get people held in other countries, like the U.S., where they have agreements with, so that the U.S. is holding these people for their crimes, also crimes in the U.S., because when you're like kingpin, like cartel person, you pretty much have crimes everywhere. Like you just leave a trail of crimes. So they're holding them on other crimes, but that means they are being held
in a country where they do not have any sort of ties, or
they don't have power over the people in the jails and the judicial and the things, and they just pay some money and get let out. They got nothing. It is out of their power circle. So I'm honestly rather impressed by his. It's a game of chess. It's a high level game, and he seems to be really good at it. As world leaders go, there's not many that I can say that I like. So far, he's doing a hell of a job. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah. So they bombed farmers on the northern border. Now that's maybe true and maybe not true. It depends on who you believe. This was not the bombing. It wasn't a bombing. This was an actual, like, they did.
Oh.
Some people said, oh, it was a dairy farm. But then the official report is, no, it was nothing. And it was actually within the, I read this last night, but I can't remember what it's called. There's a border zone where nothing can be. Like, you can't have a building, you can't have a farm, you can't have anything because of...
Like a no-go zone.
It's a no-go zone so that they can do these things.
Right.
So they said it is within that zone, and if there was a farm there, they are already doing something illegal. I don't know if there was a farm, I don't know if there wasn't a farm. It depends on who you ask. It's like 99% of all news you see, who's saying it, you're not both right.
Yep.
So I don't know what actually happened. I just don't. Sorry, I want to go back to the other questions.
Yeah, some of those are very difficult to even if you went and asked the people who were local there, they're going to give you their side of the story.
And then I'd like to just believe official government people, but we also know you can't always. So it's hard.
Basically, you need months of fact-finding in a court case to figure out what actually was going on.
Is the crime getting any more widespread? Now, I will say, based off of expat-specific like Facebook groups I'm in, most people are saying yes, it is getting worse because they're rooting out the issues in big cities. It is starting to sort of spread because everyone's kind of having to find other places to exist that are not the cities that are on lockdown or that have military presence or something. So they're spreading.
Did you ever open under the kitchen sink and there's a bunch of cockroaches and you kill a few and the rest scatter? You now have problems everywhere in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And this is sort of the longer you let things go, and it's been going on for a long time, and it's entrenched, through the old ranks there. But he's actually rooting it out. Seems to be they're taking people down, and as they do, they seize their phones. They've got the hardware to start pulling in. They're tracing things out, and then they take the next one, the next one, the next one, the next one, because everybody is linked electronically. You can't get away from that anymore unless you live as a curmudgeon in the mountains of southern Ecuador.
But then you're not part of the cartels,
right?
Because you're too far removed.
Yeah.
So as far as the crime, yes, we can't speak to that because it just isn't here around us, but we're not really experiencing it. I know a lot of people are saying it is becoming more widespread right now, and that's what that is. There's going to be a period of unrest in the country while this is going on.
Yeah. Now that being said, the bad people are attracted to money, to easy targets, to certain areas, things.
Yeah. So one of the other questions was, which are the bad areas for both tourists and expats, immigrants? I mean, Guayaquil, you shouldn't go there ever. Just don't go to Guayaquil or anywhere near there.
Even the Ecuadorians say that Guayaquil is bad.
The coast. I can't speak to the whole coast, but I know most people just say the coast is not good.
It's a touristy spot.
There's a lot of targets. Your
bad people prey on the tourists. What are they going to do?
Basically, I think the bad places for tourists are anywhere that there are tourists.
Yes, if it's a big touristy spot, it's like if you went to San Francisco, and you go to the touristy spots, there's pickpockets. There's people that will break into your car and take your suitcases. There is, and on and on and on and on. Why? Because everybody goes there.
Yeah.
You go off the beaten trail, and this is every big city in the world. So
I'm hoping for a visit in late August. Which areas are most pleasant to visit that time of year? I'm a little worried about elevation sickness. I'm only about 1,500 feet here in Michigan.
oh yeah.
August. I don't know what the weather's going to be.
Yeah. Generally, Christmas was nice.
Christmas is usually hot.
That's middle of summer here.
Yeah. As far
November to like April, like they would usually say is like the nice dry months.
but we don't know what the heck is going on because it's now getting maybe warm. Who knows? And it's going to depend on where you are a little bit different. But like our dry season is different than other people's dry season here. So who knows?
The microclimates are everywhere.
If you're worried about elevation sickness, I would just steer clear of at least like the Quito area.
It's probably not Cuenca.
Yeah, it's hard to breathe.
Quito's harsh.
Now, we were fine when we lived in Colorado and we visited Loja. It was fine. It was totally fine. No problems.
Yeah.
Because we were acclimated. But I think if we had gone from, more sea level.
Yeah. Now we're only at 3,000 feet here, and surrounded by trees and oxygen.
Which helps, I think. I think being in a city simply makes that harder anyway.
So 1,500, 3,000, I wouldn't say that's going to do much of anything to you.
No, but I would just, if it's something that you've experienced before, you're worried about it, I would avoid going. I'd avoid going to Quito.
Yeah.
Because that's just it's harsh.
It was harsh on us.
Harsh.
We like to hoof it around by foot and just. That was rough.
It was rough. As far as which areas are good that time of year, I mean, it really depends on what kind of climate you like. If you like it hotter, if you like it cooler, that depends on what's good.
Yeah.
Let me go back to our life. Ooh, I've missed this. Too many things.
Too many things.
Too many things. All right. I read what?
Still fuzzy.
I know. I'm sorry. Everybody says we sound fine though, so that's good. You've seen us. You don't need to see us again. The house you installed the AC in. How much would it rent for approximately, and how much would it cost to build?
Oh, the apartment.
Oh, did you put AC in
it was in an apartment. I did. I've done several now. I put some in some businesses.
The one you did a short on.
Right.
Where you showed around the apartment.
That was an apartment. That was right downtown Yantzaza. Now, it totally depends. There is actually in the town just down the way here, there's a lady who owns like the whole building, and they live on the 3rd floor, and they just built out the 4th floor, and I actually helped with some of that months ago. And they finished that thing out. It is gorgeous. Like, it's just beautiful and clean, and it's tile and like fancy counters and kitchens and things and glass, like beautiful glass windows and fancy doors and showers, and like it's recessed lighting in the ceiling with like the whole. Oh, it's so fancy. And I asked how much that was, and there's a smaller, what do you call it? Like a 1-bedroom apartment, and that one she said she's going to rent for $150. And then there's a bigger one, which I think is a 2-bedroom and has a giant bathroom and a full kitchen and everything else. And that one's probably like $250, my guess. She didn't really have a hard number at that point, but I'm guessing it's probably about $250. So it's in a smaller town. What it is, $200-300 for something like that. Now, sometimes houses are. Every house is different. Is it an old house? Is it a nice new house? Things. $200 to $400 is pretty normal.
How much to build? Do you have any idea?
No, because that was in an apartment building, and that one was actually really expensive because it was like downtown, and they said it was like, I don't know if it was the building or the apartment. It was like $500,000.
Jeez.
One of the two.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Either way, it seems like a lot.
Now there's another house that I worked on. Which was in a different little town out, and it's huge. God, it was like 300 square meters and 2 floors. So it's like 300 meters per floor, which is 2,700, 3,000 square feet, something like that. So a 6,000 square foot house. And they're building 2 houses in there. The top floor is one house. The bottom floor is a different house. The budget for the entire project, not including the land, was 160,000. Parts, materials, labor, things, the whole like furnished, done, 160. So that's what that was.
All right, I read in the BBC that the U.S. sent lots of troops into. They did. Mixed opinions about it. I think pretty much everyone would prefer I think in general, everyone prefers not to have to get help.
Which troop sending was this? Was it here?
Yeah, U.S. troops here.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you've been gone. You haven't gotten news.
Yeah.
I think in general, everyone would prefer not to need help from like Big Brother. Be like, nobody wants that. It's the same as like, I mean, I really like. I listen to true crime, and it's like your small town police force never wants help from the FBI. They're like, nope, it's fine, we can do it. You can't always. You don't have the resources. You don't have the money. You don't have the experience. You just can't.
Well, it's like the high level intel.
And at some point, you just have to be like, hey, we just need some help.
Nobody has high level intel like the U.S. does. Like they just.
I mean, whether you like it or not, it's just fact.
Oh my God, the technology, the money, the things. And I know that Ecuador's tapped into that a bit. And all of a sudden, as soon as they did, they started pulling people out of the woodwork things. They knew everywhere they were going, what they were doing, who they were doing it with, where their money was. Yep. If they want to find you, they're going to find you. Matter of time before they pull you all out.
So I know a lot of people have different opinions with that.
But did Ecuador have those resources? You know, and all the different like things and giant buildings full of people that don't officially exist doing sneaky things? No, they don't. They don't have that kind of budget.
Yeah. Question about the kid.
Oh yeah.
Are you doing some sort of remote U.S. homeschool stuff for a high school diploma, doing something else locally, or joke, is he fully feral? He's pretty feral. He does some weird things. The kid's gone pretty like aggressively, like
it's a very interesting
on his own
experiment to watch what a child will naturally sort of take to without the great like current of modern like
peers.
Not just peers, but the media and the things and the
There's
music
that.
and the stuff. So he has been left to sort of like self-find. He's gotten into some crazy music. He loves a hurdy-gurdy. It's like
you know what that was? I didn't know what that was.
Violin thing.
It's some bizarre musical instrument I've
he knows
never
all about
seen
it.
before.
He wants one. They're a ton of money. We're like, yeah, we'll never be able to afford that. Like, I'm sorry.
He's going to someday.
So much.
And then he just has all these really unique interests.
And he likes. I was just thinking like the music. Like he gets into the sea shanties. Like sea shanties.
Like some weird Viking stuff.
Some of the weird Viking stuff.
Which has led him to like reading an entire book on Vikings. But he also has physical freedom here.
Yeah.
Like he has, if you saw a video about going to the top of our mountain, I don't think either of us understood exactly what the child had accomplished on his own.
He's like, oh, I'm just going to go explore. We're like, oh, you're going to walk up the hill. Okay, you be careful. He's hanging off cliffs and things and navigating stuff, and it's this and that. We went up there and we're like,
sort of concerned.
Oh boy. And he's just, you know.
But he was totally fine.
He's fine. Okay. He's become very competent with a lot of things.
And confident.
And very confident. Like he can go and fix things. Like, hey, the water system like isn't working. You know, hike up the hill, check out the storage tank, the things to pick up, like the sediment to this, that, dig it out, do what you have to, rebuild the dam, the something. Nothing.
He went and fixed the road the last 2 days.
He fixed the road. I had to go help a neighbor. The roof project went bad. Different people did it. They started from different ends. They get to the middle, and there's not enough supports to get on the roof. Like it's too fragile. And I'm like, we got to call the kid.
He's really good at it.
So he's like, what? And I'm like, that's it.
He knows how to roof.
And I'm like, you know, like he's the only one light enough to get up there. He's like, he can do it. And I'm like, So he gets up
He
there,
did so much of our
and we
roof.
handed him up all this stuff, and then he just disappeared, and they're just bang, 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 and the guy's looking at me, and I'm like, it's fine. He's like, is he? I'm like, he's doing a great job. Like, well, he's like, no, he knows exactly how to set the screws so the washers touch and things, and how he didn't miss one, like, one airball screw into nothing. Like, then he comes down, he's like, all right. I'm like he's super competent. And he freeforms, reads like off into the weeds of science papers and things about animals and stuff and
Yeah.
Vikings and sort of whatever we want.
As far as like the logistics, yes, he will have a high school diploma.
He'll have the paper. But as far as like the course curriculum, that we do need to circle back around. And there's certain things that like
he's yeah. But
like how to write a proper essay and a something, and like you get into like some of the science and mathematics, and there's certain things where you just sort of have to like
you just have to do. But for the most part, he's relatively feral. But we will have there's what's it called, the farm school, which allows you to do brain tonight, attendance and grades. And then they'll give out diplomas and what's it called? Transcripts.
Yeah.
So
he'll have the paper. He'll go forward.
He'll go forward. He'll be able to do whatever he wants in life.
But he'll be incredibly competent and confident, and just he'll have a ton of skill sets that honestly I am not seeing in a lot of children.
I don't see them in a lot of adults.
I don't see them in a lot of adults. He'll be far better than most.
Okay. Question with wood preservation. I know you're charring it, but are you also doing something like motor oil or borax for preservation? Or is there maybe something local, a local technique that works better?
Yes. Next question.
Yes to all.
All right. So where we are is an extreme case
of insects.
Now, there's some things that, first, it's wood selection. We don't know the woods. We sort of, whatever seems okay, we sort of use. Some of that stuff has just gone cheese, styrofoam. It fell apart. It was just like, whoa, that was a poor choice of wood. Like we put in 2 posts, like this one just, and this one is great. Wood selection is important. Yes, we burn it. Yes, I'm using a motor oil, which you can get for free from all the truck places. There's no shortage of that. And we give it a nice paint on the bottom that goes in the ground. All the rot happens right above and below the ground level. That's it. That little interaction level. Above that, it seems great. Below that, it's honestly, even the rotted posts, we have to dig out solid wood. There's, what else? Boric acid. Yep. We spray boric acid on all of the exposed wood of the house.
Now I will say, the chicken coop.
Yeah.
That you don't think you oiled any of that. That's just burnt, right?
I think I did the bottom. I think I used some oil on the bottom of it because I knew that was going to get worse.
But it has held up so incredibly well.
Yeah.
It has no bugs, nothing.
Yeah.
So that works really, really well.
That works really well. I did make a small change. So I set all of the feet on little pieces of concrete block. So there's not the ground contact.
Because the ground's wet and it's just going to start
and
causing...
eventually it will soak the water through the thing. So breaking the ground contact and then everything else. Also, that was good wood.
And a big part of it here is what wood you use.
I bought that from the neighbor and he went and cut it himself.
And that has been a learning curve for us because we had no idea when we started. Oh, you should use this wood. You shouldn't use this wood. When you're cutting down a tree, you're like, I know it's wood.
Yeah.
And there's ones that just disappear.
And then there's other ones that are as hard as oak and last forever.
And until
even
you
in
learn
bad
that,
conditions.
You're gonna have mistakes. Like we used the wrong wood on the maracuya trellis.
Oh yeah.
It didn't go well.
Moving on.
But we've learned. My point is, we learned from that,
yes.
And we can do better now.
Yes.
With steel.
Considering the long life that the maracuya is going to have,
and how heavy that stuff
heavy
gets.
it gets,
It's steel.
Yeah, metal.
Um, my husband travels to Guayaquil for work and, in fact, was just there this weekend. He had 2 fellow missionaries from Miami and Colombia with him, and they were fine there.
It's fine until it's not.
That's the problem.
But even the locals here who sometimes travel to Guayaquil tell me it's dangerous. Like phones will be grabbed out of your hands. If you're on a motorcycle, you have your phone like little holder. People will grab those at like stoplights and pull them out.
It's just one of those things I would rather not risk.
Yeah, just random like sort of like crackhead like robbery thing. As far as places go, it is more dangerous than here. In the scope of the world,
it's less dangerous than other places.
Yeah.
My experience is that renting is a much better deal than buying here. We rent a nice house for $450, but it would probably be $100,000 to $120,000 to buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
honestly sort of surprising how cheap it is to rent here.
And I'm like, you wouldn't build a house to rent it again. The payback is horrible.
But to just decide you want to rent, unless you want to own,
yeah,
it really does make more sense.
Yeah. My buddy Steve is renting a place south of Cuenca.
Something
like an hour south of Cuenca. Beautiful house, gorgeous big house, 2 floors, vistas, like there's like organic farms and vineyards and things and stuff, and he is just tickled pink. It's this gorgeous, like massive house. And he told me like what he's paying for it, and I'm like, that's it? Wow. When are you throwing the party? In the ballroom. He's a ballroom.
So weird.
I know.
There's a ballroom.
Yeah, he just ended up getting more dogs. Just has like a dog party.
This is a pack of dogs now. Random question. I know you garden, farm, and also supplement with trips to the market. I think we could swap those. We
trip to the market and supplement
with some stuff for now.
The garden.
We're working on it. But do you do any foraging, and why, if no or yes? I don't feel like dying, and I don't know enough.
We will occasionally spot something interesting. Like we found some wild passion fruit growing off like under a tree, and we're like, looks like a fruit.
That one seemed safe enough.
Cut it open, smells like a fruit. Taste it gently, like
seems right. Okay.
Except for mushrooms, I think that there's an over fear, and I had the same fear my whole life of, oh my god, it could be poison. Don't touch anything to your tongue, everything. You can get by with it. There's nothing. It's not like poison.
I disagree
dart frog
wildly
poison.
with that.
Your body's pretty good at understanding something is terrible or not.
Nope. The pokeberry. I don't ever touch that stuff.
Oh, well, except for that.
Except for the things that you shouldn't even touch.
Did it taste bad?
I didn't taste it. I touched it.
Oh, yeah.
All I had to do was touch it.
That wasn't here.
It's here?
Oh. But that wasn't here.
As far as foraging, honestly, we just don't know enough. I would like to be able to. I would like to know more. What we could safely eat, how you prepare it, how you think. Like, that's all important. I would like to know more.
The local people know, and there's the local like tribes, and they even like teach, like they've welcomed me so many times of like, come and hang out with us and see the thing and the something. Like, I just have no time, but it's the knowledge is here.
Yeah, we just don't have it, but I would like to have it.
Yes,
because I do think that's something we're missing out on. Yeah.
Okay.
When we travel through Guayaquil, we don't leave our hotel. Yeah, that's pretty much what I hear people say. Of like, if you have to go there for whatever reason, you don't go out. Let me get back to questions.
Oh, yeah.
Any more over on these.
Yeah, maybe this week we'll go back to the house since I have all this free time to contemplate something.
That wasn't dramatic or anything. Contemplate starving.
I'm quieter with my stress.
Alright, there's no more questions.
Okay. So yeah, we'll get back to the house a bit. I've been working at playing with I have these giant stacks of wood that we have salvaged from different trees that have come down, either intentionally or unintentionally. The one is seke, they call it. This beautiful It's kind of a pink color wood. The one I was just like playing with.
Oh, yeah, it's sort of pink.
Yeah, like a medium rare. Or medium. Anyway, it's real hard. It's pink. It's beautiful. It's just one of those like, that's cool. And I have a whole stack of it that we like squirreled away thinking it might be good. But yeah, we're going to get back to the house. I've got our big curved window project.
I keep telling you, you don't have to make a curved wall. It was just the way I drew it.
We're going to put a giant
nice.
curved window. I'm having to make glue lamb beams. I've already cut up some of the strips. I run them all through the table saw. I got them down so then I can like form them. I'm just going to pound stakes into the earth and make a form and then glue them and clamp them into the arches and then fit them. So I have these beautiful like curved laminated beams. I got that. We have some cement and some blocks to put in.
I have more walls.
There's always more walls. More outlet boxes to stick in. I was slightly terrified the last week I was in an electrical store and I was asking about the price of wire and I went, wait, it's how much now? It's doubled, tripled from what it was.
That's not what we needed
a couple years ago. Yeah, like just a little wire that I used here in the casita. I'm asking about it and I'm like, it's how much? Oof.
Yeah, that one's gonna hurt.
Oof.
It's gonna hurt our budget a lot.
Yeah. Wiring has gone through the roof. Price of copper.
Which sucks because that's kind of our next thing.
Yeah, is running a ton of wire.
Because that goes between our first layer and our second layer.
Yeah.
Of wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a new project to work on.
Yeah. Kilney's coming along.
Our new project.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you sound so sad.
I'm so excited. Look at me excited.
Okay, well, you'll be excited when there's food to eat.
Yeah. So,
because the weather's all wonky.
When we first got here, it was hot and dry. Oh my gosh. Please run Mangara all up and over the hill and put in hoses so I can water the gardens.
I don't know last time I had to water.
So I did. The hoses rotted into the earth.
Because they
never used again.
Never got out again.
We finally pulled them all out. And
never mind, we're not doing this anymore.
Never.
I have tried
to rain.
Build gardens.
3 years of like La Nina. So now, right before it's probably sunny for the next 6 years, we're going to build greenhouses to keep the rain out.
So it might be sunny or it might rain.
It might rain.
But that will hedge bets to ensure that we actually can grow food. And because right now we're just not able to do most things.
Yeah, it's just you just have to like it just leaches the nutrients out of the ground. So we're like, okay.
Yeah, so we have a big 20 by 40 greenhouse to build. But when we say greenhouse, it's not like a fancy greenhouse.
More like a carport with a clear roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not fancy.
Tied together with string.
Yeah.
Made from trees.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got that coming up. I made some progress on Kilney. I got the exhaust stack that's coming together. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get that a little more assembled soon. It'll be fun.
Yep.
What else we got?
Like in our life?
Yeah.
A lot of little things.
Oh, yeah.
There's just always a lot of little things.
Like repair the van.
For the 20 millionth time?
At some point, we're going to have like we'll do like a marathon live of like fundraising for a new motor. And we won't stop the live until we get the motor.
Oh, that sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's like $1,200.
Ugh. Yeah. We're going to have to do that at some point. We have a post to replace in the casita.
Which was actually one of our best videos of all the things we've done, of all the cool, fun projects and the things, and replacing a post.
We're going to do another video.
One of our most watched videos.
Yep.
We're going to replace another post because, again, it's rotted right at the ground. And the house is settled.
To be fair, that one's mostly because of the ants.
There's that too.
They have eaten the heck out of it until it's just like
The doors are starting not to work. The house like weeble wobbles when you walk.
It's scary.
Not a little bit. It's a lot.
It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
All right, question for us. I had to figure out what.
Yeah. Get your questions in, because if we run out of things to talk about, then we have to go.
Where your property is. It means our other property, not this property.
Right.
I had to mentally get there. Do you know if the property owned either by a Canadian or American that has a house on it is still owned by them, or has it sold?
I haven't talked to him in a minute.
I don't know. I'm guessing he still owns it. That's just my guess.
That is also my guess.
Because it has the same issues ours has as far as access. So it's not.
He didn't want access.
No, I'm saying to sell it.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to have the same hurdles we do.
Right.
So, although he has I don't know.
But yeah.
So I don't know.
I have his contact. If you're interested in that, I didn't know if did he put it up for sale? Like, is it a thing? Like, the last time I talked to him, he wasn't sure what he was gonna do with it. He might keep it, he might sell it. Built a big beautiful house, I never used it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a question. I'm interested in one of the Vilcabamba lifestyle retreats. It's more of a vacation or exploratory trip. I'm not buying into the utopia being sold. Okay.
Fair.
Any opinions on the area for a getaway? If you're just going to go visit, yeah.
It's the highlight reel.
It's hot. It's fun. There's people. There's things. Especially if you don't...
it's like a cruise ship, but a short bus.
Oh, I think as a vacation, yes. I think as an exploratory trip, no. Because you're not going to see reality, you're going to see a highlight reel. That's totally lovely. A vacation should be a highlight reel. Honestly, it should be. Yeah. It's a great vacation. As far as is actually seeing what the area is like or seeing what Ecuador is like, I don't think it's a very good example.
No. You want a good example, come down and just rent some random a house or something for a month or two and just live.
Yeah.
Just hang out and then explore around your neighbors, figure out what's local, check out an area thing, something, travel to somewhere else, bebop around without any sort of real schedule thing. And that will give you a more solid idea of an area.
Yeah. Whatever that area is.
Things can seem really nice at first glance. Zumba. And then you move there and find out that it's beautiful and terrible all at the same time. And absolutely unlivable.
Well, and there's a lot of... When we were exploring an area to live and to try to find a property, we ran into that several times. I'm specifically thinking when we went to Catamayo, which is where the airport is. And we found this really lovely property, and we went, and it seemed great, and we were all excited about it. And then we went back later, and the weather was entirely different. And then we started talking to the neighbor, and there's all sorts of weird issues with water rights and things and stuff and drought and this and that. So we had kind of the highlight reel the first time, where we thought this could totally be our property, our place.
Oh, yeah, we should put in an offer on this. It's good.
And 2 or 3 weeks later, it was completely different. That's when I think I realized the value when you are looking at an area here or a specific property of talking to the locals, talk to the neighbors, talk to, hang out in town for a while, talk to people. And you're going to get a better feel for what it really is.
I've found some local towns that are absolute gems. They are just... I would move there myself. And then there's other ones.
No.
There's wrongness there. So it's if you just want to do it as a highlight reel, yeah, they put on a good show. You bebop around, you'll meet some cool people. Everybody gets all super stoked about it.
Yeah.
That's what that is. I was part of that tour once. I was one of the stops.
I forgot about that. You were. That's funny. Here's a good question. Which towns are the gems?
I don't know that I want to say it publicly. because then like it'll get out, and all of a sudden you'll find
They won't be gems.
real estate listings at triple
That's
the
happened
price.
multiple times when we have expressed that a certain area is a good place.
All of a sudden, yeah.
If you're interested in specific areas, send us an email. We're happy to tell you. But some of it also gives away a little bit more of where we are than I would like to.
Yeah. But it comes down to what you're looking for, like big city, more rural, more, do you want to be up in the mountains? Do you want to be like...
I think that
by a
also what might be right for us wouldn't necessarily be right for someone else.
My mother would hate it.
My mom would hate it. That's true. But I just meant like specific, like, okay,
Sure.
You want to live in like a rural town in Ecuador. Cool. Which one? Like some people are going to want, I don't know, a more social place. Some people are going to want to be like, I don't know, like it's just, it depends on who you are too. He said to quit gatekeeping the good ones.
There's breadcrumb trails in my old videos. If you go back and you watch all of our videos, however many there's breadcrumbs.
You're so mean. No, but there are good places. There's a lot.
Yeah, so if something were to happen and like our mountain fell off the earth or something here and we had to move, like there's places I would happily like that I would dig on.
Where a mountain would fall off the earth.
Like,
that's a large.
Or a meteor hit it or something when we weren't here.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much are properties in your area like, per hectare?
Right. So it totally depends.
More than we paid.
Yeah, in cities
honestly.
It's crazy. It's local. It's like U.S. pricing.
Oh, yeah.
In cities.
As far as like rural properties.
Like your rural properties, if it's just like wilderness land, $1,000 a hectare, $1,500 a hectare. If it's better rural property, $2,500 a hectare, and then the closer you get to a road, town things, the prices sort of go up and up and up. Yeah, that's how we ended up out in the sticks.
We just kept going until we could afford something.
Yeah.
This was much, much farther than we thought we were going.
Almost a road.
Yeah. Listen, it's all worked out.
There's a road now.
It's all worked out in the end.
Yeah.
Question. Is there any singular point of failure in your lifestyle that could force you back to the U.S.? Or could everything be washed away and you would or could still recover or stay?
Oh, yeah.
I'm never going back.
No, we've told people. And people, I mean,
people have this
locals,
odd...
and they're like, oh, like, are you going back? Like, I'm like, no, like, we're permanent here. We moved here.
So we, in case you didn't know, this was not our first plan in Ecuador. We've alluded to a lot of it. We'll never probably tell the whole story, but not on YouTube. But we had a different plan, and that was why we moved. It was
we had
pick up everything,
a different place with a whole thing with people. There was this beautiful business plan that we wrote up.
It was supposed to be like the dream property, like the forever house, everything.
Man,
yeah,
still a beautiful plan, a beautiful project. You have to have the beautiful people.
It'll work out. What was I going with that?
Sometimes when you see things sort of going badly,
you just have to accept it's going badly and leave.
Because if you stay and try to force it to like continue and work better, you're going to get deeper and deeper into that hole, and you'll never be able to escape.
Which that was almost our life. So we escaped from what could have been worse. But my point is, when that fell apart, I know I told people in my life, like, because they knew like what our plan was. I'm like, that's over. And they're like, well, are you coming back?
People said that, but
no, I'm not coming back.
Oh, like if it doesn't work out, are you going to move back?
Doesn't work out. That's like saying, well, if your life doesn't work out, are you
at the front of your business plan? Is your exit strategy first?
But what I find interesting is, is
that your plan?
If you were born in the U.S.,
it might work out, but I'm really just probably going to bounce and come back.
But if you were born in the U.S. and you stayed in the U.S., and whatever your life plan was didn't work out, no one's going to ask you if you're going to
leave,
move back to where.
Right.
But because we've moved somewhere else, the assumption is we're just going to move back when something doesn't work out, which I find kind of strange. This is where we live, and if something doesn't work out, we'll figure out something.
People exist here just fine their entire lives, and they do just well. And I've met a lot of really wonderful people. I work with, like, I meet so many dudes that I get to work with things. Great people. Like, we like it.
We like it here.
We like it.
Is it perfect? Of course not.
Yeah.
Nowhere's perfect.
But we don't have some of the high level, back of the head, nagging, what's the word? Anxieties of the ick of society around us eating away at our souls. We sleep good. As much as you sleep.
I just sort of nod my head a little.
Yeah, I know.
No, we do, though.
Yeah. Which is really, sleep is another interesting subject. When you actually move away from the Wi-Fi soup and the radio signals that you all live in, pretty much everybody, it's sort of amazing how your sleep improves. It's amazing that your dreams are vivid and every single night, all night, tiring even, because your brain is not inundated with all of this other, like, noise.
Now, see, I have the opposite experience. Is that my brain can shut off and sleep.
Okay.
On my entire life, I could not shut my brain off. I would have to fall asleep to something.
Right.
To shut my brain off. Like to a video, to like something to shut my brain off. Here, I can shut it off because I'm not getting as much noise. So we sleep much better here.
That's sort of crazy.
Yeah. We're staying in Cuenca as well, unless we have to go take care of a parent in 20 years. Yeah, no, my mom and I have an agreement. I'm not going back for anything. And she knows it. It's true. She can come here.
She's supposed to come here.
We're supposed to have a room for her in a house with a roof. We have a roof.
There has to, probably a driveway.
I'm not going to move to the house with a driveway.
Right. So a driveway, a house with a roof, her own room with a bathroom.
She has more than half the walls now to the room.
So, Grandma, if you're watching this,
there.
It's coming.
We're getting there.
Right.
We're planning on traveling on the Oriente side, coming from Quito to Tenya, down to Zamora and Loja. Any ideas on safety and if the roads are okay? We'll be busing.
The buses aren't safe.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Look,
I'm going to give you that anxiety right now.
We
Sorry.
rave about the bus system. It is robust. There's a ton of them. They travel everywhere. You can just jump on. You just, like, on the side of the highway, you can just get off the bus. Like, oh, there's a cool fruit stand selling watermelons. Right? You buy a watermelon. You just wait for the next bus and you flag them down. They'll stop. They'll load your watermelon underneath. They'll let you get on the bus. Like, pay your couple dollars and off you go.
Buses are great.
All of the accidents that you see on the news involve a bus or a taxi.
And not just like a small accident. Wild, bizarre, demolished bus accidents. Freaks me out a little bit.
They drive too much
now,
and they drive too fast.
To be fair, we see how many accidents reported a week, and then there's how many buses driving around.
Oh my god.
So you're still like
the
tiny fraction. Bus drivers are just a little bananas.
The only thing I've heard of, there was an incident or two of the bus coming out of Quito or Cuenca. And they say that, like, the bus was stopped and someone got on and, like, demanded.
The big one is when you're coming from an airport, wherever you come in, whether it's Quito or Guayaquil, because those are the two airports you'd be coming in, like, internationally. They say that's where you have to be careful because they know that that's where the tourists are. You leave the airport on in a bus or a taxi always, and so that becomes like a dangerous spot.
That was it.
And I think it's either one. I think it's just an airport.
Yeah.
I think once you get out of Quito, you're probably a lot safer. I don't know a ton about I don't like that traveling up there.
Depending on the weather and the road situation, we've put it up before in our videos. There's a great website that Ecuador does that lists the status of all of their roads.
I'm gonna
you
put
sort
the
of
link
have
up
to know
in just
like
a
all the
second.
cities because it'll just have it by province.
Yeah, it has it by province and then by route, which is super irritating if you don't happen
There's no map
to know the routes.
But you can look for road closures because if there's a giant landslide or something, you're like, oh, you don't want to come into Cuenca because the road out, coming south is gone.
I put the link up to that.
Okay.
It's really, really handy.
There is LATAM Airlines and one other Aero Regional fly into Loja Airport. You can bounce out of any of the other cities into Loja, and then from the Loja Airport, it's like way safer, easier, something. And then you could come at it from the other direction, and then you don't have to take the crazy, like from Guayaquil, they said it's a 12-hour bus ride. That was my friend from Togo who just visited. He said it's a 12-hour bus ride that stops once.
But
in 6 hours, let you stretch your legs.
But if you're not going straight from like city to city and you're just like slow rolling it, it wouldn't be as bad.
No.
As far as the Quito side, I really can't say a lot about the safety and the roads. Also, the roads are going to change all the time. The roads, while they'll wash out, while they'll landslides, things, they also fix them incredibly fast here. So it's not like in the U.S. or something where it's like months before they do.
We just saw it was the Baltimore Bridge. They're like 2 years in. You done anything there, guys? Well, we've done environmental.
Well, because you have to have all the studies. And here it's just like, oh, this bridge needs, but we'll just rebuild it. They've already rebuilt bridges from a year ago. They're just like, well, we'll do it. It needs done. We'll do it.
Yeah, like within the week, all the stuff's ordered. Things people are like online, like they're getting there. It's just done.
As far as when you get down to, mosquito. There's a more area. Let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Don't. What's the little town at the end of the Orient here?
Gualaquiza.
Gualaquiza. Don't catch the last bus into Gualaquiza that gets there at like 10 something at night, and then there's no other buses out of Gualaquiza.
Someone speaks from experience.
That was a video. I did some shorts on it. I got stuck in Gualaquiza, and they're like, "Well, you have to go out to the highway and like try to hitch a ride," which is sort of normal
because there's no more buses out.
That's it. They just shut off the lights to the bus station. I'm like, guys. And then finally, a taxi driver's like, "Well, where do you need to go?" And I'm like, "I don't have the money for a taxi." And he's like, "You can't walk." He goes, "Between here and the 2 blocks over to the road," he goes, "You will be robbed."
Oh no!
Where am I at? Like,
what?
What?
And it's not like the whole city. It's just like right there.
There's like literally like one person or one family or something that everyone sort of knows about, and like, so he gave me a free ride past the bad area to stand in front of a brothel.
Because that's not part of the bad area?
That was safer.
Okay.
I asked him like, "Oh, is it safe here?" And he's like, So I stood there for a while, and then finally another taxi who was on his way home, like I negotiated like a cut rate deal.
Oh man.
Because he was going that way anyway, and I'm like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's all. The Cuenca bus station was pretty nice.
Are the locals exceptionally willing to help in sharing their growing skills with everything grown there? Yeah. I mean, they're pretty much like any questions you have, anything they can share, anything they can help with.
Oh my gosh! If you try to speak the language, you just say, "Hey, can you help me? I'm trying to." This like people will jump in, they'll help, they'll sing, they'll like this and that. Our neighbors will randomly stop us and they'll just like give us like fruit and things and something like, "Oh, here!" Like when we try to help them out, like it's an amazingly friendly people place in general. That's part of why we moved here. Like it's people are generally really, really open and friendly. Now it takes a minute to kind of.
It wasn't instant.
It wasn't instant. It's a more of a familiar society. So there's that shell around like family, neighborhood like thing, and you're an outsider at first, and so everyone's a little wary.
And you're not just an outsider to the community. you are a foreigner.
Yeah.
Which is like an extra outsider.
Yeah.
And you have to like.
Yeah.
You have to be patient.
But that being said, like and then everyone warms up to us, and then they like wave at us and things, and like it's just like we're just literally part of the neighborhood, and it's like super hunky dory.
Yeah. Yeah, same. People ask me when I'm going back home all the time. I tell them never. I moved and relocated permanently. It's true. Like I don't understand this.
Well, I'm gonna be out in town for about another 20 minutes, and then I'm going home.
Like this is home, and people. I've had the argument with people like, well, that's not your home, and I'm like, yes, it is. All my stuff is here. My family's here. I am here.
We called out another YouTuber. They used the phrase of like back home. We're like, yeah, you're really just a visitor, aren't you? Long term.
It's just a different mindset.
And then we kind of called him out on that of like, we don't use that phrase of like back home. This is home.
And then I'd say I go back home to here.
You know, they stopped using that phrase. They must watch our videos. We also see some of the topics that we talked about like on their videos suddenly a week or two later. So that's funny.
Can you make a playlist for the kiln build project? I think I did. I might have done poorly at putting the videos on the playlist, though. I will admit to that. I will check and make sure.
If you're into ceramics,
in fact, I'll put that on.
The kiln is a super exciting project for me. It's a sort of a smooch of a few different designs going all the way back to an original Roman kiln, but with improvements.
I'm excited.
Plus some other things, plus some experience from my life. The kid was asking me, he's like, well, what's that right there? And I'm like, that's an NACA duct. He's like, what is that? I'm like, well, they use that on aircraft and race cars and things that induces a low pressure area which sucks air into this little hole. Well, what's that do? I'm like, well, if you suck air into this little hole, if I have the plug out, that's like an afterburner. If it sucks in extra oxygen into the jet of like hot, rich fuel mixture that's been burning coming in, which can change the air ratio mixture and make it more lean with more oxygen, make it burn hotter, or we could close it off and we could go into a reduction style like kiln, get like reduction kiln colors things. There's like a lot of possibilities. I designed a whole swirl chamber to do like a vortex thing, and it's got like just the way I up all the angles and things and something. The thing should literally just howl. It should just like a jet furnace. I'm very excited for a thing built entirely out of the earth it sat on.
Yeah,
like
literally.
Like we dug the ground out, and I set it off to the side while I mixed in sand and some wood chips.
Sand that harvested from the pond.
Sure. So from slightly further away.
Only a little bit.
The entire
it's all
thing,
local.
Except for some random rebar bits that I used, which in hindsight, I could have not used the rebar and been more of a purist about it, because I'm sure people were like, well, the Romans didn't have that, and you couldn't.
Oh, whatever. But they don't like that you're using a power tool either.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. I don't care.
But legitimately, this is something a primitive person could have built way back when, had they simply played with it long enough. That's fun.
My mom's watching. Hi, Mom. How is the vampire bat situation? Are you still catching them, or have they been mostly removed? They've kind of moved on.
Yeah.
Left.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. Occasionally the pigs will have a bite, but that's been, gosh, it's been a while.
It's really been sort of a non-thing for a long time.
So I don't know if we actually managed to do enough damage to them. I don't really know.
Yeah.
Or they just moved on. It'll be interesting when they move cows back through the area, because I think that they kind of come with the cows.
I think they follow the cow herds.
So that
and then they sort of find us.
And then they sort of stay for us, which is great. So we'll see. I don't miss them. I hate the little monsters.
Yeah.
Do you miss anything about living in the U.S.?
You get really used to like the instant order, receive it the next day kind of thing. Of like, oh, I need like a pack of 5,000 ohm resistors for a project, or we want some scent-free soap, or I'm just going to order this satin nickel finished door handle knob that exactly matches everything else. like the availability of everything is just more. So you sort of, it's a simpler life, peaceful life. You sort of learn that you were overstimulated by the just the sheer everything that was possible. And while on one hand that's nice, on the other hand, did you really need it on a philosophical sort of level?
Oh no. I will say the only thing that I really miss is probably food. There are just things that aren't here. There are just things that don't exist here. And I miss them.
Fresh mushrooms.
That's exactly what I was just thinking. Listen, I like mushrooms. I have loved mushrooms my whole life. And there's just not mushrooms. And listen, there's a lot of mushrooms here. They're not ones you eat. I miss mushrooms. I didn't know that wasn't a thing. I mean, it is in some places here. I know someone's going to say it.
Mushrooms are a very short transit, grown under certain conditions by certified people kind of thing. It actually turns out like it's something you took for granted in the grocery store. It's a much more specialized sort of item.
Yeah, there's a few of those things.
There's a guy in near Vilka that grows mushrooms, all the fancy ones.
Yeah.
Like all the therapeutic, the I don't even know the names.
Yeah.
Like all of the crazy ones that you would like order in tiny quantities from special catalogs. There's a dude who's an actual like mushroom guru, has a giant like full like sealed like house that he grows them all in, does all ultraing, has like super dialed. He lives down there. I'm pretty sure he sells all that stuff down in Vilka.
But I just want mushrooms, Steve.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Sauteed.
Yeah. Maybe I missed that. But also, I mean, as the person who cooks the food, I miss some of the convenience items. I was thinking, this is a really weird thing, but I was thinking today about just see how I phrase this. I miss nuts. Now, yes, you can buy them. Yes, you can buy them. They're way more expensive here. As far as like snacky things, there's just less options for us because the only options here are things that we're not going to eat. They're just highly, highly, highly processed things for the most part, or really expensive.
Yeah.
Not highly processed. I miss Trader Joe's, Costco, like bulk amounts of snacky things.
Yeah.
I don't mind cooking every single meal from absolute scratch. I'm totally happy with it. But when it comes to snacks, for a child that just grows constantly, I just miss, here's a handful of pistachios. Here's, like, I just miss that a convenience.
Those are specialty items, and they're pricier.
To the point where it's not really something you can just have as a snack.
And we're poor.
But even if we weren't, like, they're expensive here.
And they're not common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I really think I miss. I bet you already answered garden stuff since I got here late, but the plants you put in that typically die off in the cold seasons, how are they doing? Do they just keep growing nonstop? Okay. So while a lot of things haven't worked here, there's the one hot pepper that just won't stop. To the point, I don't know if you noticed this, but I had to cut it back. It was in the house. Like, it had, like...
There's a giant graveyard of peppers laying in one of the garden beds. Like, there's like 50 peppers. I'm like...
They actually ripened after I pruned them off, which was weird and unexpected.
Weird.
The hot peppers just keep growing, which was something we questioned.
But what the sweet peppers...
I can't grow the dang
They die off because of the moisture and
the blight.
The blight.
Yeah. Same with the tomatoes, same with the potatoes, same with all that junk.
Now, that being said, a kilometer down the road, people have better luck with stuff.
Now, is that soil? Is that... who knows?
Some of that is highly local. And this is, again, we're going to have a greenhouse, a plastic roof, which means if we lower the moisture levels, we're going to lower the instance of blight. We're going to probably be able to grow all this sort of stuff just with modifying the environment. We saw the guy I was working for has a mango tree. And there was a Russian guy that moved here who does plants. He's a biologist, botanist. something. Works with plants, does grafting, taught it for years. And he's like, oh yeah, mangoes. He goes, well, they'll grow here, but they won't fruit. Oh, I'm pretty sure I saw fruit. I never thought about it really. So I was asking him. I said, hey, your mango, like, does it fruit? He goes, yeah, but not a lot, and not every year. He thinks it's because it's too much rain.
Also, I think it's borderline not hot enough for mango.
But it does grow very well, and it does fruit. But you're on that edge. So if you modify the environment slightly, like with a cover, or you change the soil, or you stop this leaching of the nutrients out. Maybe it just needs a little bit more of like a bloom fertilizer or something else that nobody does. Maybe you could get the dumb thing to actually fruit out, like heavy. So it's interesting.
Yeah, I think that we'll have a lot more luck with the greenhouse. We'll also be able to see there may still be things we can't grow, but that will kind of give us answers of like, do I continue to try to grow potatoes, or do I just give up?
Yeah. Other people grow potatoes.
Not around here.
But not right here.
No. Mushrooms are easy to grow. It's true. I mean, they grow. You could get spores and inoculate some logs, but I'm sure the wood species on there could be a challenge. It's more the fact that when you do that, you have to only grow the mushrooms that you want.
Yeah.
And I don't think that there's any chance of that here.
We are such ground zero for everything. The variety of life.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
But...
Well, the guy in down in Vilca was using, I want to say he was using the brown rice.
Yeah, he was.
That's he was getting organic brown rice, and then he was using that as his growing medium.
But he was doing it in like a sealed room.
Oh, like
it wasn't like a log out in the
sealed with an airlock and a thing. And
because I've seen people do it just inoculating logs and leaving them out. We would get all sorts of scary things on that.
Yeah, like it works the first time, and then like the second round, you're like, there's some extra stuff in there, and then.
Well, also if we put a log out, there's going to be ants in it.
Yeah.
And then there's not going to be any more log.
Yeah.
So if we wanted to do it, it would have to be a much more controlled situation. And I'm just not sure I want mushrooms that bad.
Yeah.
At this point.
So I mean, I used to do tissue culture work with plants, and it just comes down to how much work do you want to put into keeping a clean environment to be able to do certain things. Yeah, right now we're probably just not get to that level of sophistication.
No. I envy you guys living there. You have fresh fruit and vegetables that have flavor.
Oh my goodness! So you just missed mango season.
I really wish I could eat the mangoes.
So mango season just ended, and the guy tells me, I'm really sad. He goes, it'll be 4 months before we see it again. And they were coming from all over the place. The avocado guy that is at the market is good with the mangoes, and there's so many different mangoes, and some of them are incredible, absolutely like mind-blowingly, like just the intensity of the flavor I've never experienced. Yeah, and it's picked right. The pineapples.
I was going to say the pineapples.
Yeah,
like
they literally cut them when they're ripe, and then you get them the next day, and they're so good.
They're so good.
Their level of the intenseness of the flavor, the depth of flavor, is so much more than you picked it green and it ripened, but it didn't.
Sorry about that.
There's blood on me.
Sorry about that.
Oh.
That was a mosquito. Oh, I don't like that.
Oh.
No. I will say though that while yes, we have many delicious fruits and vegetables, tomatoes are not.
Tomatoes suck.
Winners.
You can't get a good tomato here. Maybe somewhere else. Maybe somebody grows them. Maybe they're in Vilca. I don't know. But I can tell you that we have not seen an actual decent tomato the entire time we've lived here in the Orient.
We've gotten a few that are less bad. So when we go to buy tomatoes, I'm like, plus the least bad ones.
They're all crosses of a commercial.
And they're all picked unripe.
Yeah.
Wildly unripe. So that's a bummer, which we're hoping we'll be able to grow our own in a greenhouse.
But that's now all of our great seeds are sort of kaput.
You know what? I think it'll still be so good if we can just grow tomatoes ourselves to ripeness.
Yep, some compost.
Yeah. This is snarky. I can hear it. How is the water supply and quality? Do you have to add your own fluoride? You're funny.
I remember when I was in a grocery store once, and I went to get a bottle of water, and there's 2 bottles of water. Well, there's 1,000 bottles of water. There's 2 bottles of water for infants because, ooh, special water. Okay. And the 2 bottles were filtered water with added fluoride, and then one without added fluoride. First of all, infant water is a special water from the depths of like a glacier somewhere.
I've never understood that. Why?
Right. So people here drink surface water, tap water, things. They grow up just fine. But then the whole fluoride discussion, which I won't get into. I am not a fan.
I think most people are not a fan.
I think you should not ingest any neurotoxins whatsoever. It's just better for you.
Imagine that. What a crazy thing to say.
Yeah.
Our water's awesome. I love our water.
Which is beautiful that we have no chlorine, no fluorine, no added anything, no weird. Loha's water was not good.
No.
But our water is literally just water. You know, sometimes the hose end breaks and it just leaks. And I look at it and it leaks. Look, the water comes down the hill. It's going to go down the hill whether I do something about it or I don't do something about it. I can't stop it. So if it comes down the hill and takes a detour through my hose and goes back down the hill, that's the natural way. If I don't let it come through my water system and go out my hose, then it just goes down the other way, down the creek. Am I wasting water? The hose is leaking. I've always been taught that, like, well, that's wasting water.
We just have the water. Like, there's nothing to waste.
If I just left the hose open 24/7, am I wasting water?
No, but you would take it away from everywhere else.
All right, besides the system limitations of our Mangara, it's not a waste. It's the water comes down the hill. Sometimes we divert it gently to use for a bit of purpose and let it continue.
It's true.
It's a sort of a different frame of mind.
It's true. It also tastes good. It makes good coffee.
Yeah.
It's just good water.
It is good water.
Oh, whoops. The tree tomatoes just aren't that delicious either. Man, I hate that.
We tried to like them.
When we first moved here, I'm like, I will try them. I really
will try them again.
Cannot find a way to enjoy
We will try
them.
to mix them into salsa with so much other stuff. We don't taste them.
I can make it palatable, but I don't want to.
You made them palatable by mixing them with enough other things.
I don't want to eat something I have to make palatable. It's not down with that.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're called a tree tomato. They taste nothing like a tomato. Not a bit.
Although I'm fairly certain on regular tomatoes that people here haven't had a good tomato, because the guy that has the giant commercial greenhouse in the other town, like there's 3 full-time employees plus him, like when he has time, like it is a literal commercial greenhouse. He's like, oh, here's cherry tomato, like, oh, try it. And I try it and like, oh God. One, it's not ripe. It's like only it's part green, and it's sad and flavorless and sort of bitter and wrong. He's like, oh, it's like so like muy rico, and I'm like,
I don't know if
this is the worst tomato ever. I wouldn't even throw this at people.
I just don't know if people here would even like really good, proper ripe tomatoes, because
that's not what they grew up with.
I don't know.
But he thought it was great.
I wish I could think it was great.
And I quietly spit mine out.
I just wish I could think it was great because I'd be happier.
Yeah.
But I can't. What's your favorite fruit from Ecuador?
Man, the mangoes are good. Piña's good too.
I didn't used to like the pineapple because I can't eat raw pineapple. The enzymes make my face do things. But the dried pineapple is pretty incredible. Man.
We can blow through some dried pineapple real quick.
Well, that's because I figured out how to dry the pineapple in the smoker without smoke. Don't do that. That's weird. So I can dry a lot of it.
Yeah.
I think for me it's still the cherimoya, even though we rarely ever eat it.
They're hard to find.
Really expensive.
They're expensive and they're hard to find without a worm in it.
Because they're just really susceptible to it for some reason. But man, they're so good. They're
Yeah.
sort of like I think they're a version of a custard apple.
It is. They call it a custard apple.
It's actually different though.
Oh.
If you look at
Okay.
locally, they call it a custard apple, but it's not. If you look at it from the larger, they're so good.
Yeah, cherimoya is a strange and special thing. The Doritos. I mean, we've been eating those since we got here.
I also really like having access to plantains.
Right behind me. Am I pointing at it correctly?
This is so delayed. I couldn't tell you for like 5 minutes.
They're Doritos. They're bananas that are. If you use banana for scale, things look huge.
Oh boy.
But they're dense and creamy and just not pithy and sad. I can't eat a regular banana anymore.
Also, the yellow bunch?
Yeah.
That's ours. We grew that.
We grew that.
That's the first Doritos we've grown. So it was extinct.
That was a transplanted plant. Gosh, that took a long time.
That took 3 years.
Well, it wasn't really in a sunny spot.
No.
We sort of put them out of the way because of the goats.
Well, and we were just like, oh, where do we put them? When you first move somewhere and you're like, plant this thing.
But it's permanent forever.
Put it somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they're finally going. Oh no.
But they're amazing, like delicious snacks, and they grow without any sort of care in the world. Like once you plant them, that's it. They're gonna grow forever.
I don't know why I missed my favorite fruit. Because I forget it's a fruit sometimes because it's not
Someone
sweet.
just remind you?
No, I reminded me. My favorite fruit is avocado.
Oh.
But I always don't think of it as a fruit because it's not sweet, but it's definitely a fruit.
You can't see it. There's a pile of like
30 something, I don't know.
30 avocados.
Definitely my favorite.
Yeah, so avocado guy. And there's a lot of variety here. There's not just Hass. Halls.
Although they are my favorite still.
They're good.
Yeah.
Avocados.
Yep.
And they're pretty reliably 2.5 or 3 for the dollar.
Yep. Whoa.
Oh, the coconuts. Fresh coconut.
Oh, I miss
peepas.
Those.
They call them peepas, but it's just fresh young coconut for just the coconut juice. That's really good. The sour orange, which is a thing that I'd never had before. Think of a lemon and an orange cross. All the sour of the lemon, but the flavor of the orange.
Yeah.
And then you mix it into fresh sugarcane juice, which in this valley is especially good. It's just really good.
Oh, no, see, there's more fruit, man. We're just... All the fruit. Passion fruit? Duh.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
The grenadilla.
No, they're not my... I wouldn't put them as my favorite. I mean, I like them, but I wouldn't put them as my favorite. Cacao. It's also a fruit. So is coffee, if you really want to get serious about it. So if you really want to get serious about everything that's a fruit.
Yeah. So,
man,
we're going to have on our property mangoes, avocados, cacao, coffee,
papaya,
plus all the other things.
citrus,
but when you look at like what's the big ones, you're like, you could like have pineapples and bananas and chocolate and like
coffee
in coffee and all the yes,
all the things.
Like that's a pretty solid diet right there. You throw in the occasional cow,
pig,
and a pig, yeah, occasional cow, constant pig.
There you go. What is the best food you have made from mostly self-grown raised items, not counting spices? It wouldn't be here because we're just not there.
Yeah.
I've done it. We just haven't accomplished it here. Honestly, here is...
The tastiest thing we've grown so far here is pork.
Well, I think because I can look back at, like, we had an acre homestead in Tennessee, and we did far better at growing food there. But we didn't, I mean, we sort of started from scratch. It was sort of a weird place. But I had more time to actually garden because I wasn't also trying to build a house.
Yeah.
In the rain.
Yeah.
With my bare hands.
Right.
So once the house is done, I think we will
we're gonna
push forward so fast on everything else.
And like, yeah, a lot of the other facets.
Yeah. But as far as like, I mean, I think it's all involved a pig. Everything I can remember has involved a pig. That was just fantastic.
if we could somehow share without actually sharing, because
I was going to say share. I don't share.
the flavor of the pork and let people try it, I'm pretty certain people would then say they would pay us any amount of money for more of it, like some sort of drug.
Possibly.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah. It is so good. It is mind-blowingly, you can't buy it in a fancy restaurant kind of good. You know, you can be the elite of the world and not get something as good as a properly grown, like a heritage hog with lots of terrain and things and something and care and love. Like, it's, there are certain things that are just an experience that is above and beyond.
It's true.
I've eaten in a lot of fancy restaurants. I've had some of what's considered the best in the world of certain things. Nope. And who was it? Was just was it Gordon Ramsay? The kid and I were watching it, and he's just randomly out in some farm, and he's talking to some guy, and he's just like, oh, like you raise pigs, okay, well, like let's do like a thing here. We're gonna cook up some like out in the middle of a field with like a cook stove, and he tries it, and he's like, and he just sort of like, his eyes sort of go big, and he's like, I would say this is better than any of the best Wagyu beef I've ever had. He, of course, has had the absolute best of the world. He's Gordon Ramsay. People try to impress him. He tries to impress other people. That's his world. And he just like some random little farmer, pigs, dirty thing, something like old clunky truck, like doesn't have this like crazy exorbitant lifestyle, but has a finer product of meat than he's ever had in his life. Surprise.
Yep. Did you get any fruit from your pitahaya plant yet? No. They failed.
They're still there. They're not growing.
They're not doing anything.
When we got them, we put them in pots and we stuck them under the cover, and they grew. One of them fruited.
Yeah, we did get one fruit.
In a pot.
And I thought, well, gosh, like what would be better is to give them.
They're growing so well.
A whole like actual dirt to grow
it. Pushed up, and it pushed up the roof, and we're like, and we put them out. I think it's been a year. And they
just literally didn't do anything. They didn't die. They just stopped, paused.
Yeah. And we've had this with plants where we've like put them out in the garden and they just stop. And then you can fertilize some of them and they'll grow a bit for a minute and stop. And they'll die. They don't grow. And the people who run the pitahaya farm came out and he's like, oh, you just got to throw these ones away and take these and just cut these tops off and it'll regrow. And we're like, okay. So he came and like did us a favor and did like a whole like pruning thing, remounded like some compost around the base. He goes, okay, it'll be great. And they don't live far from here. Like
but ours have not.
They're a valley or two over, and ours just, and they're still just there. They still haven't changed from when he was here.
I think it's just too much water.
Or there's just something missing out of our soil, very particular to our very local environment.
Could be.
Yeah.
But the soil was the same in the pot.
But there's a pitahaya farm that way, like 2 valleys, and they commercially sell pitahaya for export, and they do well.
So it does grow.
It does grow.
We've got to figure out ours.
Yeah.
What are you most surprised that viewers are interested in?
Posts. I don't know. I literally have no idea. I don't know. I don't know what people like. It's not like many people watch us.
Well,
YouTube hates us.
That's not true. We have a lot of people that watch us. And the problem is with YouTube, if you take a break for any reason, it is a struggle to get back, which we are currently in the middle of that struggle. So,
YouTube tries to train you like rats to continue to spin the hamster wheel, and if you stop, then they like penalize you. And we're in that penalty box because we stopped for a few weeks of like churning the hamster wheel for them. Regardless of content, regardless of actual real people doing interesting things somewhere, regardless of anything else. Like they just.
It is what it is though with YouTube. What are we? I don't know. I guess I'm not sure what I'm surprised at. Maybe I'm just not surprised by people anymore.
Yeah.
So we've had some videos that have done bizarrely well.
Yeah.
That I didn't expect them to, like the post. Random things we talk about. Yeah. Are those the green oranges? Oh, the sour oranges? There is a lot of oranges that are green
Really?
when they're ripe. Like the whole
I
gamut.
grew up. Oranges are ripe when they're orange. Not always here. Because okay, so there's a great poster I saw somewhere, and it was like the range of citrus, and it has all of the colors and sizes and flavors on this huge poster. And it's not even all of them; it's just some. Citrus is like this crazy, weird genetic exploratory place, and there's things are just you just never know what you're going to get when you buy citrus here. Because if someone planted a seed, it could be anything. It could be horrible. It could look like a lemon, taste like a old sock, and you're like, "What happened there? Does it have flavor? Is it sour? Is it sweet? Does it taste like an orange but look like a lemon?" Also true. What was the question?
The sour oranges.
Right.
They are green and orange.
They can be both.
But just because it's green, it doesn't make it sour. Because you can also get mandarins that are green.
We picked some that were orange out of the last batch.
And there are mandarins that are green that are super sweet.
Yeah, it's a dark green skin. It's a mandarin orange, but it's dark green.
It's big too.
And you open it up, and you're like, looks okay inside, and you eat it, and you're like, oh, it's delicious and sweet and wonderful. But on the outside, you're like,
it's green.
It's green. It looks like a turtle. Yeah. Anyway.
How much power are you guys getting from solar?
It's a good question.
What would you recommend for the area, and how much would it cost?
The system that I put in here would have been great 2 kilometers that way. Where we are, we simply get more cloud cover than just because we're just so close to the edge of the mountain. For what we use, I would say I probably should have doubled the battery and the panels, just because. No, that's hard to do because there's system constraints with charging levels and things, and you have to sort of to play with that to get there's a happy number, and there's what your charge controller can handle. I should have done a little more. I want to say our whole system. Now I bought the panels used; they were like $20 a piece. Battery. I did an 11 kilowatt battery. I should have gone 22. There's a lot of power. We use on our battery, if it's full, by morning we're at 40%. If it was full when the sun went away, it's at 5 o'clock. So we're using 60% of our battery in 12, 14 hours, something like that.
It's more than that before we get much sun.
15 hours?
Yeah.
I don't know, 10, 12 kilowatts a day. Which I guess isn't a huge amount. It's probably on the small side. But you don't have to, and except for our giant fancy fridge, we don't have to have heating or air conditioning. We don't have a lot of other things that work like that. As far as cost, I built the whole system. I built the battery pack from individual cells. Those prices vary wildly. An equivalent battery is probably $1,000, $1,500. The inverter, other $1,500. All the panels. I mean, you could throw 30, 40, 50 cents a kilowatt around, or watt. Kilowatt? Watt?
What do you mean?
It's been a minute. I think we were at like $5,000, $6,000 for the whole system. I should have gone a little heavier. The inverter is great. It's a Victron Quattro, except for its occasional moodiness. It's great. It's a good inverter. It's a poor charger. It's weird. But the batteries, yeah. I should have just gone double, and I should have just gone double on the solar panels and configured the system to work with that. So add another couple thousand, 8-10 grand. Never look at it again.
The other option is the hydro as a backup in the rainy season.
Yeah.
And then we would probably be fine.
Yeah.
Because if there wasn't enough sun, there'd still be enough water.
Even right. So if we put in more panels and batteries, then that's a standalone answer. If I don't, and I put in pico hydro, which just means very little.
Baby.
Even if it was a couple 100 watts, like just a tiny little bit, the fact that it's a couple 100 watts 24 hours a day, well, now you're at a few kilowatts, and adding in a few kilowatts to your system, and instead of draining, all of a sudden the slope of drain almost levels out, which means that battery lasts forever until all of a sudden you have some sun and it bounces up again. The problem with hydro is it's very site-specific engineering problem. It's not like solar where you just sort of like, you could just buy it in a box and set it out and it's going to work. Every part of it has to be sort of measured and engineered and configured to work. Bit of a pain.
Bacon from Ecuador does not taste the same. That may mean it's healthier.
It's not bacon.
It is not bacon.
The only real bacon that we found here, we made.
I was going to say, where did you find it?
Yeah.
In the freezer?
No, you can get pork belly.
Oh, we did that. That's not bacon. I mean, it's fine, but it's not bacon.
They might soak it in salt. They don't bacon.
There's no smoking. Like cold smoking does not exist. The closest thing to smoking is going to be on a grill.
Curing.
But
curing is a very unusual thing here.
Yeah.
Which is part of the process of bacon. If you're going to use the sodium nitrite, you're going to use salt, you're going to use sugar, spices if you're feeling all up to it.
Now, people will say that you can have healthier bacon without the nitrite, and you can have celery instead.
Fools!
Which isn't necessarily wrong. You can use that instead, but that doesn't mean it's not nitrites. It's just nitrites from celery, which are the exact same thing.
But it's natural.
It sounds more natural. It's the exact same thing.
If we want to continue the rant, this is like the sugar of, I only use agave syrup, so I don't consume any extra sugar.
Any processed sugar.
Let me tell you about some fructose, some sucrose, some anyway, it goes on.
We have some pet peeves. Real proper bacon simply does not exist.
So you start with the craziest, best pork that you could ever imagine. That is just delectable, melt in your mouth. Has the flavor is deep, dark, maroon, red. It looks like
beef.
It looks like good beef. You couldn't tell the difference. But then you cure it, and you slow cure it. 2 weeks of cure, and then you slow smoke it with a proper good wood, like the relative of the mesquite we use. Ooh.
It's so good.
It's bacon you can't even buy in the U.S. at any price. So, yeah.
You like bacon?
Yeah. If you want bacon in Ecuador, make your
own. When can people start ordering Tiny Hands coffee? Listen, at this point, I'm picking literally a handful of coffee at a time. So,
in a tiny hand.
Shish. It is. I think we've just got enough sun in the last couple weeks. The 2 plants we have are like, we can ripen now. They've been just sitting with green beans for months.
We have a ton of starts of plants.
Yeah, I've scavenged all the little starts.
But that means that we have to finish a house, because critical, and then start to plant out our coffee.
We have to put in a driveway, because the driveway goes above where the coffee is going to be, and I feel like it's really a cart before a horse there to put the coffee in, and then put a driveway and just hope nothing bad happens there.
Yeah. It'll be a minute. We'll get there.
But we're getting there.
Yeah.
We will get there. There will be chocolate too. Oh. Double on the solar would power everything you'd need all year.
Yes.
Is running a full-size fridge out of the question? Now I have a big fridge.
We don't have a full-size fridge. We have a oversized fridge. We have the giant drink cooler with the glass front
They still pack it full.
that they sell Coca-Colas in. Like,
It's true.
it's like this wide, and it has like the huge, like, it's plastic front. It has the LED lights that light up the inside if you press the little thing. It is not efficient.
It was a really bad choice, realistically, for an off-grid.
Has no freezer.
I wouldn't do that.
It is a fridge, floor to top.
And then we have a deep freeze.
And then we have a deep freezer, which is a good combo because you have a ton more space for both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chocolate covered coffee beans. Yes.
There'll be a day.
Yes.
If we could ever get our property sold, which seems to, and then we run out of steam on it. But if we do, one of the things we may do is I may actually start a chocolate company, working with the neighbors of doing a very, very taste of the place kind of chocolate. And I have a background in industrial automation, in quality control, in nailing down the details of small things of a process to a really tight level. Nobody here does that with chocolate.
Or anything.
It's just not. But the raw material is here and it's fantastic. It is absolutely top notch. People pay top dollar elsewhere in the world for stuff that comes from here that's already had a rough start. What if it didn't? What if it was properly done, properly controlled, every bit of it like watched and measured and checked for quality at every stage? Oh my gosh, I could make an incredible product. The most important thing is the raw materials. I could go ratatouille on that one. Like, if you I talk
about that all the time with cooking. Well, I don't.
Your ingredients.
Because the tomatoes were bad that week. If you start with poor ingredients, there's only so much you can do to make that better.
Well, that was the whole point of ratatouille. Of if it's all the most perfect, beautiful, fresh vegetables, the tomatoes, the things, and it's all picked at its peak, the flavors are incredible on their own. You just have to not screw it up.
That's why I love that movie.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, I don't think we can answer this question.
Okay.
We're just not going to answer it.
All right.
It's about we're not going to gossip about people. We're just not going to gossip about people. We're not gonna gossip about people. We don't know anything about anybody.
Yeah, if you're watching the chat, we have no idea about them there peoples.
We actually don't though. I don't know, and I don't particularly care.
We used to know.
I don't care anymore.
That's good advice. Don't care.
It doesn't affect me. Definitely think about producing Tiny Hands bacon bits. Oh, I don't know about that. If you have time, could you share your board game story with a ship container? It took me a minute. I was like, what? This is so long ago. Oh, my goodness.
International violation of treaty. All right, so they've changed it since.
We're making a move soon and have a game collection we'd like to bring. Okay, so...
If you're looking to move and you need a hookup on the guy who can get all your stuff here,
regardless of what silly mistakes you make,
email us. We'll put you in contact. He likes us. He'll give you a good deal. Yeah, we'll get it. So there was these rules that Ecuador said you could import, and one of it was 5 board games.
He sent us a list of all of these rules.
These are forbidden. These are.
What was it? There was also this weird limitation on CDs or DVDs or something.
Yeah.
And we're
we have giant flip through
binders of them.
Right. And then there was musical instruments. That was
the 5 board games.
And we looked in the closet and we're like, No.
You can't possibly tell me I can only have 5 board games. What logic is that making customs? You expect customs to be like, you can't bring plants, or you can't bring, like...
What industry are you protecting here? So we just packed them.
And I think we told him. Like,
yeah,
we're going to pack more than 5.
Yeah. If you're going to charge us tax or whatever, like
this is silly.
Have a day. Like, charge us some tax. And they, in the end, didn't care.
No. They cared about other things.
They cared about, the kid was building a musical instrument, like a banjo, but we never finished it because it's one of them like weird long-term projects. But we declared it as a musical instrument because we didn't have a lot of musical instruments.
And it was the closest thing I could come up with to call it.
Oh no, that was an international incident. Alarm bells, things, police dispatch.
What did it have to be called?
It had to be an adornment that looked like a musical instrument because it wasn't
an adornment. What an odd,
like a decoration.
I know, what an odd phrasing.
I know, and we're like, that's a thing. We didn't even know that was a thing, but because it wasn't a functioning musical instrument, we hadn't put the strings on it or some of the other parts. Like,
that was so annoying. It was so stressful. These like
the
little
CDs,
weird things.
Like we just
did them. We just here.
There's like 500 CDs,
and it was never an issue.
They didn't care.
No, the only issues we had with musical instrument nonsense, and we messed up on.
We double used a number.
I messed up
late at night.
Well, what happened? So
like the last day of packing.
Because I had printed out all of our, because you have to label all your boxes, and I had printed them all out, and we were numbering them. And then
which was a good plan.
And it was going really smoothly and everything was great. And I had to put in a spreadsheet while we did it to keep everything on track. And it was all going really well. We packed the printer and we ran out of labels. And in that process of like both of us like scrambling late at night and writing out labels, we doubled up a number.
Alarm bells, international incident.
It was 94.
Diplomats were called. All new paperwork had to be written up.
Oh my god.
It had to be re-notarized.
It was so stressful.
Re-officialized.
So
Dude handled it really well. He's like, people screw up. It's okay. He didn't yell at us. But he goes, we're going to send people there. He goes, I'm going to have someone come meet you at the notary. We're going to have to go through this whole thing. It's going to have to be like sent back to us. We're going to have to this. It's going to be like more days of work.
I'm so sorry. So,
like I said, if you need a hookup on moving your belongings, email us.
They said they're already working with him.
Okay.
Or our guy, so I'm guessing that's him.
Yeah.
Yeah, your game collection's fine. Honestly, if there's anything, just ask him. Like, can I bring this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's changed in the last few years. I'm sure a lot of things have changed. But he'll get all your stuff here.
Yeah.
Even when you mess something up.
He's got the connections. All right, let's do 5 more minutes.
Oh yeah, it's
late.
Is there enough solar power? Is there enough solar to power an Xbox TV, etc.?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, so all right, so solar is there? Like the sun is there, like it hasn't burned out. So it's simply a question of how much sun hits your spot, how often, 20 hours a day, and how many panels you have to pick up said sun, and then how much battery you have to store said sun's energy when there is no sun, whether it be nighttime or just 3 cloudy days in a row. And so it's simply a function of you look at your usage of how many kilowatts you use for the things that you want to have, and then you extrapolate out how big of a system you need to have to make sure that it covers all the bases. If you need help in designing like the criteria for said system, I do that as a service. We can walk through the process, the numbers, and get you some, get you kind of a good start on where to go if you want to build your own system.
No, it is not a shop behind us. That's just our bananas hanging in the kitchen.
It's not a what behind us?
A shop, like a store.
Oh,
a shop?
No,
it's just our bananas.
Wait, so right now there's.
You can really only see the bananas.
These are platinos.
No, they're bananas.
Didn't we buy platinos?
That was last week.
Are those gone?
Uh-huh.
Where did you get the bananas?
You brought the bananas home.
Those were road bananas. I was so tired. All right. There's road bananas, Aritos that we grew in our yard, and Aritos that we bought from these really nice people at the market. This bunch, you have to duck. There you go. This bunch back here that's green, that's $1.50 at the local market. Your price may vary. They like us more.
It's true. And yes, avocados.
Oh,
So
yeah.
many avocados.
All right.
Oh, thanks. You guys are a great resource. Thank you for doing these lives and answering all our questions. You are appreciated. Thank you.
If you move here, let us know.
Yeah.
Circle back.
Yeah.
Or if you move to Uruguay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which somebody said they did based on us. And like, that's cool. Let us know how it goes. Drop us a line. They're probably busy.
No, she comments sometimes.
Does she?
Yeah.
All right.
Question: if a viewer came to visit, what should they bring to become your best friend in the world? So predictable. Although the toothpaste may have trumped the soap for me.
We only say soap because somebody just brought us the toothpaste.
Cannot possibly thank you enough.
We found if you have teeth problems, there's a toothpaste new craze thing that didn't exist back in the day, and they're the little pills, the little tablets, and that's whatever. But there's a sodium hydroxyapatite.
Yes,
is the substance that actually rebuilds the enamel on your teeth and actually heals them and starts to like remove like small cavities and cracks and reduces and heals and like actually like the only thing that's ever improved teeth. Everything else is sort of like maintains to a level. I don't know that the major brands touch it.
I don't think so.
It's amazing. It's well worth exploring. I had a problem with a tooth. I used it I think 3 times. And like it healed the tooth and the pain went away and it's never come back and I don't use any more of the toothpaste. She uses it on a constant basis because
genetics.
It is what it is. So a guy who came to visit, who's a really sweet guy, which was my comment from our last video of I like 100% of the people from Togo.
I haven't put that video up yet. Don't get confused. It's going up.
Oh, right. So I say in the video, but I have a very small sampling rate of 1. But he was a really nice guy. Brought us some toothpaste. If you're interested, Dr. Bronner's unscented baby soap. It's like a 32-ounce bottle. Oh my gosh! Like we just can't find it here. It just doesn't seem to exist.
Keep talking.
Everything that we can get where we are is heavily scented. Laundry soap, body soap, everything. It's just garbage bags. Everything just has scent. Like we hate scents. We like absolutely no smells, perfumes whatsoever. Are you putting
I'm trying if I can find it.
The link in the...
Okay.
Okay. She's gonna put the toothpaste link in the thinger there. Here, just give me the little can.
Why?
I'll Vanna White it. For the old people that know who that is.
It's too blurry. I was going to do that. It's too blurry.
All right, my camera sucks today.
That's okay. I got it.
All right.
I'm fast.
A totally non-blurry link.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that does.
Okay. There you go.
All right. There's the toothpaste. We at one point had like a cheap Chinese knockoff. Tasted terrible. Had questions. Yeah, that one's really good.
It's good stuff.
There's
actually like rebuilds teeth.
Okay, we're gonna take a couple more, and then we gotta get out of here. I don't know. Is the microphone still going? Where is the land you're selling? How much land is it, and how much are you selling it for? We do have a video or 2 up on it.
There is a video up on it. It's above Zamora. So Zamora is one end of the Oriente, which is, in a practical term, there's Loja, which is the closest big city, and then you go up the mountain, down the mountain. Zamora is the next city of any sort of size that's more than 100 people. And Zamora is a good-sized city, and that is the start of the Oriente, which is the big, long valley that we live in. So the property that we have is
I did also just put up the link to the video on it,
Man,
if you're interested.
Our property is 16 hectares, and it sits above Zamora. So if there's a mountain range like this, if you go to the top, you can look down. The entire city, 100%, is visible from that point as a vista point, and you can just see it all. Like, wow, like it's cool. And then the other side, and it's flat on top, and then it angles. So there's huge flat spots on top where you could build this like big gorgeous house with garage and swimming pool and tennis courts. Like, it's big. That side is the super tranquil valley, and it's just whisper quiet. You could just sit in the grass on the top of the mountain and watch the wind go by. I am not a person who meditates. That place made me want to start. It's just, there's something about it that is just amazing and magical. It's the most tranquil place I've ever I just want to just stay there. But at current rate, it's about an hour and a half hike up the dumb hill because we don't have the money to put the road in. So it's a hike up the hill.
It is possible to put a road in.
It is possible. In fact, there's multiple routes that are possible, and one of the neighbors is all hot and fired to like do it, and wants it, and it's like a thing. But yeah,
it's just money.
We would have to sell the property to have the money to put the road into the property.
To sell the property? That's confusing, isn't it?
And at the bottom of the property, so it's flat on top, and then it sort of like undulates going down. And the top, there's like a big usable section. You can have big gardens on the side of the hill. And then near the bottom, there's huge old growth trees. And if you look at it from the satellite view, it is the only stand of big old growth trees that I can find anywhere on Google Earth. Like, I have scrolled just randomly all over Ecuador looking things, and you can see the trees are just like individual big trees. I can't find any more of those real old big ones. They're gone everywhere. They're gone. At the top of our property, which we didn't think anybody's ever been to, there's big old huge stump up there. It's been cut down a long time ago. Like, dang, how did you even get here? There was no road, no path, no thing. And then up this mountain, some of which was fairly terrifying on the side of a cliff. And then you cut down a giant tree.
And then you took it down.
Yeah. Anyway, that's our property.
How much are we selling it for?
Oh, 40.
Oh, I asked you, like I don't know.
The deal was, we were going to say 42. If you want to use it for an investment visa, it has to be, I want to say it's like 46, 47?
It's 48 now.
48.
It's based off of the, basically the minimum wage here.
Right. So if you want to use it for an investor visa, you have to pay 48 for it. I'd be happy with like 44. But the paperwork has to say 48, and then we'd have to work some way to return some of that for the road or something else. Yeah, just what we had into it, which 40, I think it was 44. So, yep. But then you could have it for your visa. You could have it for a big, beautiful house. It would be, be pretty sweet.
Yeah. Thanks again. The solar information.
Oh, yeah.
I may contact you with assistance in solar setup. Is it difficult or expensive to get electronics if everything is imported? Are there a lot of suppliers in the closest city?
No. There's some in Cuenca. There's not a lot locally. It's pretty slim. What is available, like real local, is garbage. There's some in Loja. Again, pickings are slim and prices are high. Basically, you're going to import everything you need. You're either going to bring it with you from the States in a container, or you're just going to have it shipped directly from China, which is totally doable. I know people that do imports from China. You spec out what you want. They handle, for a small fee, all of the paperwork, customs things. There's special, there's very low tax rates from China, so you don't have the problem that the U.S. does of everything. They got rid of the tariffs. So maybe you could just get it from the U.S. and bring it with you, or you could have it imported. Yeah, just go that route. You just get the whole thing as a big package. Be great.
Yep.
All right.
No last comments. Good. I didn't come here for toothpaste advice, but I'm here for it. There you go.
Things you didn't know you were going to get today.
All right.
All right. Well, we're going to call it. It has been a lot of fun. I guess we'll do it again in about a month.
Something like that.
Something like that.
We try to make it regularly scheduled, but life.
Yeah.
Lives.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Share us with other people. Like and subscribe our videos, things, pass them around so the YouTube goes, hey, these people are cool. That would be neat. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, cool.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching. See you for the next one. Oh. Well, I'm going to awkward the crap out of this.
But you always have to do this so awkwardly.
Oh, I'm failing.
He's so awkward.
Oh, there's a button.